Hi guys, here is part 2 of your review video. So here's where we start with transformations. It says use the graph of f of x to complete the transformation y equals f of 2x. So first thing we're going to do is find our points. We're going to point at negative 2, 1. We have a point at negative 3, negative 3, 0, 0, negative 3. And then I got a point at 4, 0. These are my x's and my y's. This says f of 2x. We're inside the parentheses, so we're going to be messing with our x's. And we're going to do the opposite of what it says. It says 2 times x, so I'm going to take my x's and divide by 2. So negative 2 divided by 2 would be negative 1. 0 divided by 2 is still 0. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So here's my new points. I've got negative 1, positive 1. 0, negative 3, and then 2, 0. So my graph now is this little baby squished up graph. So my transformation, I didn't ask for it, but our transformation here would be a horizontal transformation, right? Horizontal compression by 1/2. All right, number 10, use the graph of g of x to transform it to 2 times g of x. Wow, we've got a lot of points going on here. So let's see if we can do this. So I've got to point out 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4, negative 2. I'm going to point at negative 3, negative 1. At negative 2, positive 1. Negative 1, negative 1. 1, 1. That's a close. We also have one at 1, negative 1. That's an open circle. And then 3, negative 3, 3, negative 3, and then 4, negative 1. So this is outside of my g of x, right? It's outside of the parentheses. So I do exactly what it says, and I'm going to do it to the y's. It says to multiply by 2, so that's what we're going to multiply by. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, 1 times 2 is 2, negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Don't care about the middle ones anymore. Alright, so I've got a point at negative 1, 2, 3, 4, down 4. I've got a point at negative 3, negative 2, negative 2, positive 2, negative 1, negative 2, and then 1, 2. So this is the first part of the graph. So it looks like I got a straight line, and then kind of a parabola looking thing going on, and then another straight line. And then the second part of my graph is 1, negative 2. Be careful, that's an open circle. And then 3, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 4, negative 2. Connect those dots, and then we'll go down. So since we did it to our y's, it's a vertical transformation, and we multiply by 2. So vertical stretch by 2. All right, number 11. How does the graph f of x plus 2 differ from f of x? It is outside of my parentheses, so it's going to be a vertical. We're adding 2, so it's going to be a shift. Vertical shifts are either up or down. So adding 2 means we're shifting up since it's positive. So the graph of f of x plus 2 is 2 units above the graph of f of x. Number 12. The graph of the function f was obtained from the graph of the function g using the transformations. Based on the graph, which equation can be used to describe f of x? So f of x was taking this guy and transforming it. So if we look at it, it looks like it shifted over to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It got shifted to the left 6. These guys here got shifted to the right by 5, or shifted by 5. This one got shifted by 2. So, and then if we wanted to say that it's going to the left, remember, it's inside the parentheses because this is horizontal. Instead of being negative 2, it's got to be positive 2, because it's got to do the opposite of what it says it's going to do. And then So we take this point, it got shifted here, and then it shifted up, right? And if we go up 2, that's going to be positive 2. So we're looking at C. For number 13, the minimum point on the graph of the equation f of x is 6, negative 1. What is the minimum point on the graph of the equation f of x plus 5? Okay, so if this was the minimum point, and this is what we're doing to it, remember it's outside the parentheses, so what are we changing? We're changing that y value, which means we're going to add 5 to our y value. Negative 1 plus 5 would make it 4. So we're looking for the point 6,4. And the last problem here, use the graph of g of x below to complete the transformation y is equal to 2 times g of x plus 2 plus 1. So we have 3 different transformations going on here. Oh, I wish I remembered that old table. I think this was just a copy error here. So let's find those points again. Get a point of 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4, negative 2, negative 3, negative 1, negative 2, 1, negative 1, 1, and then 1, negative 1, negative 1, and then 1, 1. We also have 1, negative 1. I'm going to do dot, dot, dot to remind me that's the break in my graph. And then I'm going to point at 3, negative 3, and 4, negative 1. All right, so the first thing we do, we have to start inside our parentheses. So inside our parentheses, it says to add 2, we're going to do the opposite because we're inside the parentheses, we're a teenager at home, we're going to do the opposite of what mom says. We're going to subtract 2. So negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. Negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. Negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. 1 minus 2 is negative 1 again. 3 minus 2 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. So those are our new x values. For our y values, we have 2 different things going on. First, we're going to multiply. And remember, you always got to go left to right here. First, multiply by 2, then add 1. So for our y's, we're going to multiply by 2 and then add 1. So negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, plus 1 is negative 3. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, plus 1 is negative 1. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, plus 1 is negative 1. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Again, negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, plus 1 is negative 1. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, plus 1 is negative 5. And then negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, plus 1 is negative 1. So there's our new y values. So we got negative 6, negative 3, negative 5, negative 1, negative 4, positive 3, negative 3, negative 1, negative 1, 1, and there's our break in the graph. Is that right? I feel like I'm missing something. Negative 3, 3, negative 5, negative 1, negative 4, 3, negative 3, negative 1, and negative 1, positive 3. That's what I'm missing here. Negative 1, positive 3. So remember, straight line. It's going to be a real skinny parabola this time. Straight line. And then starting a new graph, we've got negative 1, negative 1. Keep in mind that's an open circle. Then 1, negative 5, and 2, negative 1. And those are just straight lines. So there you go. Now, if I'm asking you what are your transformations for this one, you should give me 3 different things. First, horizontal shift. Not to the right, we're going to do the opposite. Horizontal shift, left 2. Then vertical stretch by 2. Vertical shift, up 1. All right, I hope that helps you prepare for your test tomorrow. Good luck tonight, guys.